Hey there, it's Beth, owner of Homegrown Fitness. I am an exercise physiologist, and today I am going to take you through some awesome glute activation exercises. So the only tool that you will need is yourself and a mat, but also a booty band. And I do have these at my store in person, but if you are in need of one, you can also find some on Amazon. Otherwise, just shoot me a message. But these fabric booty bands are amazing because they do not dig in to you, they do not roll, and they do have light fabric tension all the way up to the heavy fabric tension. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down onto the mat, and then we're going to put our band on because this is the safest position to put your band on. Otherwise, you can also do it sitting down in a chair. Then we're gonna roll onto our backs. So we're gonna come into just your basic bridge. So your feet are gonna be hip width apart. Knees are already applying tension into this band, and I'm coming back into that pelvic clock that you've heard me talk about a few times in some of my videos. So I'm pushing my lower back, squishing the bug, also I like to say. And then from here, I always just adjust my heels because I don't want a lot of hamstring work. I wanna feel my glutes work. I'm going to bridge up. From here, I'm not thinking about arching my back because then I'm gonna feel that compression here. I'm maintaining that tuck and I'm driving this part up as high as I can comfortably. And then we're gonna hold it here for 30 seconds. And as we're holding it, I'm gonna press the timer here. You're gonna feel that all through the glutes, making sure you're adding tension into that band so you're pushing outward. So what we're doing here is we're actually taking the bone structure and we're externally rotating it, which is what the glute muscles do. They externally rotate the lower half, the lower legs. I should say the legs, not the lower legs. So we got 3, 2, 1. Now I'm gonna bring my feet together and now we're gonna go in and out. So I'm just adding in that pulse now. So first I always like to do the static hold. The static hold, again, you're creating that neuromuscular connection. Now I'm adding in that pulse. When I'm pulsing, I'm making sure my hips aren't bouncing up and down. I'm making sure I'm holding that pelvic tilt, squeezing the pelvic floor. Counting down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, release it down. Now we're gonna roll to the long side of your mat, and I'm gonna grab my little timer here. And coming into a clam position as you're here, you're gonna slightly have your knees forward, and I'm also gonna take my top shoulder and I'm gonna bring it forward. And the reason why I'm here is so then when I'm doing my clam, I don't wanna roll open. I wanna make sure my hips stay forward. And again, I'm working on that external rotation. So we're gonna hold it here for 30 seconds. I'm kind of counting in my head, holding, raising that knee up. And again, you're gonna feel that all through here into this side of the body, okay? And there are variations that you can do, but this is a simple one. You don't have to have a lot of equipment. You can do this unloaded or unbanded as well, or even using that light band. We're gonna hold for another 10 more seconds, then we're gonna do the pulse up and down. So again, we're doing the static hold first, and then we're gonna pulse. So up and down, getting that extra pressure on there. I do actually sometimes line my clients up against the wall. Doing this, that also gives them another cue to not roll that hip open. And again, you're gonna feel that all in the glute, feeling that burn, feeling that activation. This is great prior to a run, or even really good if you're gonna be doing a squat, back squat, front squat, deadlifts, RDLs. Ooh, I'm feeling that burn. Give me 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, we're gonna go to the other side now. So again, 30-second hold. I'm flipping over here, but you can just roll over. Again, bottom arm is going to support your head. I'm gonna gently bring my knees forward. Think of your hip is going to be in line with your ankles and your heels. So again, if you were along that wall, you would have that nice straight line. My top arm is reaching forward and we're just gonna stretch and hold. So 30 seconds here. This, you should again feel in that top part of your glute. You shouldn't feel it along the IT band. If you are in your knee, maybe adjust a little bit where you can scoot your knees back or bring them forward, or making sure maybe just do it unloaded so you can actually get that glute activated. But you're gonna feel it all through here into that high glute med. Maybe a little bit into that glute max, depending if it's working or not. So we'll hold for another 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna add that pulse. 3, 2, and then up and down with that pulse. So notice how this side probably I'm not getting as high because my left butt cheek is really on fire. So up and down. So on the other side, I did about 15 reps to 20 reps. So we're gonna keep it the same, or 30 seconds again. But try to make sure your repetitions are equal on both sides if it's timed. So we'll do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we're gonna flip over to our 6-point contact or hands and knees, but also making sure your toes are tucked under your heels. Making sure we're in that tabletop position, so I'm pulling my abs in nice and tight, engaging that pelvic floor. I'm gonna raise my left knee up towards the sky, and then I'm also going to rotate it open towards my mat. So I'm not just going straight up like a donkey kick, I'm actually going back and opening. It looks like a 45-degree angle. And we're gonna hold here, and if you'd like to take it to the next progression, you can extend your opposite arm out. So now you're in your spinal balance hold for 30 seconds. So that left, or your anchor glute, your anchor butt cheek is really on fire along with that anchor shoulder. So now we're gonna do 10 up and down. So tap the knee, bring your elbow in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, now the other side. So that side is probably gonna be just as tight. So again, we're gonna kick the other heel up to the sky, and I'm gonna rotate it open. Then from here, I'm gonna raise my other arm, opposite arm, extend out, really tuning into how this side is anchoring as this side is turned open. You might start to quiver a little bit, and that's normal. That's a sign you're working. You can again do this with that light band or even unloaded, just to really tune into the trunk stabilization. Hold for another 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna do 10 repetitions. The goal is really to make sure we are center with the mat. We're not shifting. All right, elbow, knee in, and open for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. And that is a glute warm-up for you to do prior to a run or prior to a lift, or just a easy core exercise. If you just want to focus on like trunk and hip mobility, glute mobility, trunk strength and glute strength. If you have any questions at all, again, feel free to message me via email. Otherwise, please hit that subscribe button for more exercise videos.